Okay, so one of the things I want to get done while I'm working on Marsha this week is get this fender repaired. We've got a lot of heavy bubbling right here, which means we got a lot of rust. And I've got a little bit more here. Now I had marked out a spot here, but I think I'm going to extend my patch up to make sure I get rid of all of the little bubbles that are here. I just don't want to have anything come back on me later, because anywhere there's bubbles, there's rust that's coming from the back side. So we want to try and get all of that cut out, put some fresh metal in here, get a good metal patch in there, and then do our finished bodywork. Alright, I just wanted to show you what I got going on. After removing all of this part of the fender and cleaning all this out, this structural piece behind, which actually connects to this piece down here, and that attaches the fender to the body. This is pretty weak and pretty rusted, this lower section. So we're going to have to rebuild it. Unfortunately, more time added. These are not very easy to make, these pieces, without a stamping die. So they have to be made in several pieces. So I've already made one piece up here. I just took a piece and put a bend in it on the brake, and then used my shrinker to put some curvature into it. So this piece will be this side here, and then I'll make another piece for this side over here, and then I'll do a center piece that will weld to both of these after they're connected. Now the bottom of this will actually connect to the original piece here, that is the part that bolts up to the pinch weld on the car. So everything will be nice and solid again. It's important to have this solid, because if it's not, the fender could want to shift around and throw everything out of alignment here. As soon as we undid the bolts, the fender got real tight on the door. So we've got to get this back. Once everything's solid, we'll move it back and get our gap nice, and then we can go ahead and put in our outer patch piece. Alright, so where am I with what we're doing here on Marsha? Well, this little brace has become pretty involved as far as getting everything back together. This is the original flange that bolts to the body here, and I have cut this off of the support piece here, and what I'm doing is I'm going to add an extra piece that's I'm going to overlay on the front part of this. I'm going to tack this to the original piece, and what this is going to do is allow me a place for my fender patch to come down and attach to on the bottom side of this. There was this piece originally was an angle piece like this. So I'm just adding an extra one on top of there. I don't want to lose my original piece. It's good for a guide, so I know exactly where my fender's got to go. But now we've got a place for our fender patch to attach to here. I've got both of my support sides made. Hello. So these will go in here like so. We'll have one here, and then this one here will go in here like this over top of that piece, and then I'm going to fill in the center with another flat piece and tack it along to the sides of these. Hello. So that'll give me all of my fender supporting back, give me a place for my patch to attach to, and we'll be able to have a nice solid mounted fender again. Okay, so you can see I've gone ahead and removed my pieces from here that I was making for this support piece here, and I've wire brushed this and then coated it with Por 15 just to give it some protection. And this is my piece that I made up. I've got these two welded to all of this mess here. So this will go on here like so. And then they'll meet up on here. This one goes in here. And then I'll tack these on here. Make up a piece for the center, which I might do ahead of time because it really, well, it doesn't matter either way. But I need to make a center piece up to connect these two pieces together, and that'll leave this inner structure finished up. And then I'll be able to move my fender back and bolt everything up solid again. Okay, so I'm getting this fender ready to have the patch installed. I used my piece that I cut out as a template guide to make my new piece. I did have to add a little bit to it because I decided after I cut this that I was going to take the entire thing off with the angle in it where it folds under the fender here. So I've got that piece ready. I've got it sitting over there. I sprayed the back of it with some self-etch primer, same as I've done here, to help protect this metal a little bit more than it would be by just leaving it bare. Because once this is on, we can't really get in there to do anything with it unless you take the entire fender off. Then you've got some access to it to spray some undercoating in here. But we may be able to get some panel protector in here. We'll see. But for now, we're going to get this welded on here, and then we'll get the fender realigned. I've got some sticks in here now to get my gap back closer to where it needs to be. It still needs to come forward a little bit. I think I'm going to have to loosen up the inner fender to get it to move more. So we'll get that after I get this welded in. We'll move the fender forward, then we'll lock it down onto the body. Alright, so this will bring the end of this video, fixing up our rust on the fender. Next thing we're going to do is we'll get the rest of this side of the car sanded down. I already started on the back, so we'll get the whole side, all this fender and this door and the rocker panel all sanded down so we can go ahead and get some epoxy primer on this whole side of the car, and that'll leave this side of the car ready for body work. Thanks for following along. Remember, you can watch these videos also on Mopar Connection Magazine.com. Sign up, it's free, articles to you every day, and you'll get to see this project be completed on there, plus other projects like Zombie that was here, and a few of the other project cars that Kevin's got in the works. So go ahead and make sure you sign up there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you're catching me on Mopar Connection Magazines site, check out the rest of my content and give me some likes. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification so you'll get to see when all the rest of my videos come out. Thanks again for following along, and we'll see you real soon.